Hello, Zubeyir.
Hi, Zack.
Welcome to the T-Circle.
Welcome.
It's all about angels.
Okay, angels.
It's all about angels.
All about angels.
Everything is about angels.
Okay, angels. Got it.
Angel. T. T or angel?
T.
I just happen to have a book here about this. We've been reading about it. I know you know, but anyway.
Yeah,
let me read this, and we'll see how we can apply that. Everything is angels, even to the T.
I need to drink this before.
In T, indeed, a species of the spirit beings and angels is
Really?
present in every aspect.
T.
Indeed, a species of the spirit beings and angels is present in every aspect, in every sphere of the universe, each charged with a duty of worship.
Did I drink some angel?
Maybe.
You just scare me out.
I know. So, that's what we're going to talk about today. Did you drink an angel?
Maybe a couple of those.
Bismillah. If I'm going to drink an angel, I have to do it with Bismillah. Anyway, so what does this mean? Okay, to put all joking aside, to drink an angel. Everything, we talked about this, there's an angelic side in everything.
Well, yeah.
And we talked about qualities point to the angelic side. We talked about in previous discussions, everything has a physical aspect and a heavenly aspect, which we've called sama in Quranic terms. And we've also talked about, actually we're going to open this up maybe to new terminology, is the mulk and the malakut, which we haven't talked about today, but we've talked about them conceptually, we just haven't given these names before.
Okay.
And so when you look at the T, when we focus on this T, that's what you said. You don't. Do you see an angel?
Nope.
No. Okay. What do you see?
A cup of tea.
A cup of tea. You're talking about its physical.
It's supposedly hot. No sugar.
You're talking about its physical qualities.
Well, yeah, you're right.
So, which the property, when I say property, the physical properties of it.
Okay.
Which is interesting because the word milk is a Quranic term. You know what I mean. What does it mean in Turkish? It's the same meaning, I think, in both.
It's the physical part of it.
And then there's also the word malik.
Yeah.
Which is?
The owner.
The owner.
Yeah.
And then
the
there's
possessor.
Melek. Possessor, owner. Sometimes it's used for king even, because he owns everything. And then there's melek. Which means?
Angel.
Yes. And all three of these come from the exact same root in Arabic, which means that they're related.
Really?
Yes, exactly. Wow. In Arabic, mim, lam, and kaf. So if you look at the sounds,
letters.
Melik, they all have the sounds m, l, and k in them.
Different forms.
Yes, different forms of the same root.
Of the word.
It means that they're all related.
How?
Well, I think we can understand very easily. We have an owner and we have his property, which is one thing that the word milk means, property.
Well, yeah.
Right, I mean, so we have the owner and we have his property. But then we have his connection with the property. How do you know that it's his property? I mean, he's not, for example, if I have a house.
By looking at the official papers.
Well, by looking at this. Very good, there you go. So if I own a house, if I'm in the house, it's easy to see that I'm the owner of it.
Supposedly so.
Yeah. But if I'm not in the house, if I'm on vacation somewhere else, I don't like the word vacation, but if I'm somewhere else, then I'm still the owner of the house, even though I'm not there.
Prove me.
That's what we're going to talk about. The proof is the evidence of the angels.
What?
Yes.
These three angels are the evidence of what are you talking about?
If this is a property, and this is all physical thing, it is some sort of, it's a property of something. I think we can all recognize that.
Yep.
That this has an owner.
Has to be.
Yeah, and we talk about that. God is the owner of everything. So we understand that. The owner of God is...
the owner of tea.
The owner of the tea is God.
Messed up. Yeah.
But what's telling us that?
The mean.
God's not here in this tea. I mean, we can't accept that. Right? That would be pantheism.
There's a tag, owner, semicolon, God.
There is, but can we read it?
Joking.
That's what the angel is. The angel is the carrier of the message. We've talked about this. The carrier of a meaning. The carrier of the ownership of God.
How?
Onto this property. How do you know? Let's start this. How, if I'm not in my house, you said it actually, you've given the answer.
Really?
If I'm not in my house, even though I own the house, how do you know that I'm the owner of the house? What?
If your name is written on the bell,
For example?
like you are at least you are the one who is staying in the house at least.
Exactly. You also mentioned show me the paper, the title or the deed.
Yeah.
There's something that is testifying, witnessing that I'm the owner. The piece of paper.
Confirming maybe.
Confirming, which could be in the form of that paper, the deed. There are also signs. So that means like on the my name is on the bell.
Yeah.
So that means there has to be. That means the same thing. There are going to be signs pointing to the owner. If this is in fact owned by God, then I'm going to have the signs like a bell on my door in this T.
Well, yeah. Or if I see your child in your house, probably I say, "Oh, Yusuf is here, so this is Zack's house."
Yes. Now all those signs themselves pointing are what we call in Quranic terminology the melakut, which is the realm of angels, if you really wanted, the angelic realm. I mean, you use the word in
Well, yeah.
Turkish too.
So I'm just waiting for the last connection.
So in the same thing with my house, all the title, the deed, the name on my bell, they're all testifying that I am the owner of this house, even when I'm not there.
Like properties or
Yes, exactly.
attributes or
Exactly.
so.
Beyond the physical thing of the house itself.
Huh. Yeah. The attachments, the meaningful attachments that I can understand, comprehend, to make the connection.
Yeah. When you go into the house, this could be a smell. Every house has a specific smell that,
Yeah.
for example, it has a certain decorative taste. I mean,
Cheese.
for example, it has some foods that the owner is going to like more. You can, if you know the owner, you can see the signs and understand that they point to him more. The more you know the owner, the more you see his signs.
Like a car that I don't see the brand, but I can understand it's coming from a certain brand.
Exactly.
Because of the signs.
Yeah, because
only this brand can produce this blah 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 blah.
Exactly. So now, when we're saying this, these angels are all testifying to the ownership of of God. So when we see this T,
Of the thing.
yeah, when we see this T, there is a physical thing, and that's what we first come into contact with.
Yep.
And when we see that it's beautiful, the taste, it's warm, like you said, it's providing me nourishment and a lot of other things. They're all testifying that the owner of this tea is nourishing. He is beautiful. He is. He did this with
merciful.
order. He did this with mercy. When I feel tea, we say that giving somebody tea is an act of mercy.
Yeah.
So we are seeing these non-physical qualities being displayed in this tea. They are all, as it says, worshiping. They are all. The word we used before is tasbih, glorifying the creator and the owner, actually the owner of this, saying what kind of owner he is.
Yeah. However the tea presents.
Yes, what the tea represents, and we might not be able to notice all of them. It depends on how much we've actually thought about this, reflected, and studied.
Just like the car.
So yes, exactly. So the more that we have gained our prowess in this, the easier it is for us to understand this.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, you say in Turkish that when somebody has developed a skill or an ability, the word for that is meleke.
Well, yeah.
Which is...
He somehow owns it.
Yes.
He just attached to it himself.
Which is the same root from this. So as you're developing your abilities to read something or to do something, you're developing your, let's say, your angelic side. And so there is an angelic side. Am I actually drinking the tea?
Along with the angels with it.
I'm drinking the tea, and by drinking the tea, I am coming into communication with the angelic realm.
Through the properties of it.
Through the properties of it. So yes.
You're being fed, you're being nourished, you're being mercied.
Yeah, I'm being,
then you're just witnessing those things.
Yeah, through my different senses. So some of the angels will speak to my sight, to my ears, some of them to my tongue.
Car example is kind of easier for me. I just touch to the outer of the car. So wow, this is only this brand. The hum of the engine. Wow, it's perfectly it's this car,
Yeah.
this brand, so on. As much as I know this, as much as I witnessed the properties of the car, the more I understand the owner.
Yes, exactly. And so that's what the jobs of the angels are. They are to glorify and to worship their God. They are to, we say that prayer itself is an announcement of God's, what do we say, his
Witnessing.
sultanat, his absolute authority. That's what we're doing. We're witnessing that we are not the owner. That's what they're doing. That's what the angelic side of this tea is doing. The tea itself is not the owner of its properties.
And he's telling by all means of it.
Yes, exactly. I think that's a good place to stop.
I think so.
So, thank you very much. Please send your questions and comments. We'll hear from you next time.
Bye. See you next time.